service of CNC Worldwide.
The Daily is a service of CNC and Jib Jab Greetings. I'm Bud Lowell. Your full AccuWeather forecast is always on top here on your CNC local page. A judge will hold more hearings next month on a request by Eastman Kodak retirees to have a seat at the table for Kodak's bankruptcy restructuring and Kodak's motion to dismiss. That basically puts the matter on hold for now. Lawyers for both sides argued in federal court in New York City before Judge Alan Gropper Tuesday. Kodak wants to cut its health care coverage to about 16,000 retirees and their dependents who are eligible for Medicare coverage. A lawyer for the retirees argued that his clients need the benefits which were promised to them. They want the judge to appoint a committee from their ranks to represent their interests in Kodak's restructuring. Kodak argued in court that the health care plan for Medicare-eligible retirees is no longer affordable for the smaller company that Kodak has become. It says its benefits are supplemental to the retirees' Medicare or private coverage, so their primary health care won't be affected. Lots going on in the town of Greece. Monroe County's Industrial Development Authority, COMIDA, has approved a tax abatement deal for a major shopping center expansion on Ridge Road west of Elm Grove. The shops at Hampton Ridge and Hampton Ridge Center will be located on 78 acres of open land on the north side of Ridge Road. DeMarco Group is building it at an estimated cost of $51.6 million. COMIDA says it'll create the equivalent of 300 new full-time jobs within 3 years. It will be about 5 times the size of the existing Kohl's department store on that site since 2004, and it will have a mix of shopping, restaurant, and office space. Hampton Ridge has the support of the Greecetown government. No members of the public showed up to speak at the annual public hearing on the Greece School District budget Tuesday night, the first time anybody there could remember. At $197.5 million, the proposed budget comes in at $119,000 less than the current year's. It also closes a $7 million revenue gap, in part through a school consolidation plan already approved by the Board of Education. Every department, including administration, will see cuts in this budget. Assistant Superintendent Carol Pallas said it cuts the equivalent of 65 full-time jobs. 29 of those are teaching or instructional positions.
At the elementary level, elementary teachers 5.0. At the secondary level, secondary teachers 5.4. And librarians K-12 3.0 for a total teaching reduction of 21.4 FTEs.
42 of the cuts will be actual layoffs. The district says it will maintain AP courses with reasonable class sizes, and it will maintain both arts and music programs, but field trips will be limited and some school athletic teams will be merged, subject to approval by Section 5. In this audio clip, Board President Julia Van Orman talks about the challenges they faced.
Challenge that all districts are facing now in the state when we're looking at the federal revenues drying up and what's happening. The state aid has remained fairly flat, and we look at the needs of our community and of our students and our population, and our free and reduced lunch rates have gone up, and when we want to focus on increasing student achievement.
The board has to vote on a final budget by April 17th. District residents vote to approve or reject it on May 15th. Contractor Crane Hogan plans to start pouring the concrete deck for the Edgemere Drive Bridge in Greece on Thursday if the weather stays this warm. The Monroe County Department of Transportation says they were able to start work again last week because of the unusually warm March weather. If they can keep going at this pace, the bridge should open May 24th, maybe even earlier. They weren't able to finish before winter shut down the construction season because of snags with relocating utility lines and because contaminated soil was found on site and had to be cleaned up. 2 bodies found in the Genesee River near the University of Rochester campus in the Elmwood Avenue Bridge Tuesday could be the remains of 2 missing Batavia men. They have been sent for forensic identification. State police caution against jumping to conclusions because there are several missing people in the Rochester area who could have ended up in the river. The 2 brothers haven't been seen since February. That's when a relative dropped them at the side of 390 to rescue their stranded car. Police think they may have hopped the barricade to cross from one side of the interstate to the other. not realizing they were on the long Genesee Valley flyover bridge and there was nothing but empty space between those barriers and the river below. And the Xerox Rochester International Jazz Festival says Queen Latifah will perform Saturday, June 23rd at the festival. Tickets on sale Friday at 10. They range from $125 to $75 plus fees, and you can buy online at rochesterjazz.com. There are links to the left of this window for more information on these and other stories. Next news as it happens on CNC with updates as necessary. I'm Bud Lowell, CNC Worldwide.